Hey G, so I gotta know, buddy, what are some of your favorite pieces in your video game collection? And that's a question that I get asked all the time, and it's a question that I absolutely love answering, and that's why I've created this very series. So yep, I know it's been a while folks, but it's time for a brand new episode of 3 gaming items I'm proud to own. The series where I pick 3 items in my video game collection, talk about how I got them and why they're so close to my heart. And since it has been a while, I figured I would do something that's very Sega-focused. So you can see, I'm all ready, and I know you're ready. So let's do it. I'm G, and welcome to the next level. So the first gaming item that I'm going to talk about today is one that I kind of loosely cover when I talked about it at Retropalooza Houston, which is funny because I'm actually going to talk about it with another convention that I just recently was a guest at, and that was Classic Game Fest in Austin. It was a wonderful time. I was super honored to be part of the guest list for this year. It was an absolute blast, and it was packed. I mean, considering what's been happening within the last year and a half, not really going to get into that, but the thing is that the convention itself was wonderful, and thankful for being a part of it. But one of the main things I was super excited for is that one of the guests that I actually shared the guest list with is somebody I've been wanting to meet for a very long time, and that is Jon St. If you're not familiar with Jon St., he's done several different voices in the video gaming circuit, but he's probably most well known for his voice of Duke Nukem. You know, the "Let's rock and hail to the king, baby." And of course, "Hey Froggy," Big the Cat from Sonic Adventure. So when you're about to meet one of your favorite guests, and one of your favorite people, you want to bring something for them to sign, right? Now, I talked about in an earlier episode of 3 Gaming Items I'm Proud to Own about how I got a chance to get the autograph of Keiji Inafune for my Mega Man The Wily Wars. So for something like that, I figured I had to bring something very special. So I decided not to bring Big the Cat, but I decided to bring this. I decided to bring my Mega Drive copy of Duke Nukem 3D. Now, for those of y'all who don't know about the Mega Drive copy of Duke Nukem 3D, it is a Brazilian import. It is official. It was officially licensed by Sega and 3D Realms, published by Tectoy, and it's an experience. I'll definitely say that. It might not be the absolute best port of the game, but I think considering how well they managed to make the game work on the Mega Drive, I think it's extremely impressive. I mean, it's a tough game. And so the funny thing is that when I got a chance to get away from my booth and to get in line to get his autograph and to finally meet him, the thing is that he had people with him that were looking, to get said like, hey, these are the prints, you can have him sign, you can meet and take a picture and all that fun stuff. So when I unveiled this and I showed it to them, their eyes, like all the helpers at the table, they're like, whoa, what is that? It's like, is that real? And I had to explain to them, yeah, this is real. It's like, this absolutely, so it's like, I've never seen that before. Like, that's crazy. His face, I wish I had gotten a picture of Jon St. John's face when he saw it. He was like, what the hell is that? Not only did he sign the actual sheet instead, and thankfully I got him to sign the sheet unlike Keiji Inafune who signed the box, but he also signed the cart too. And it was really cool because when we got a chance to take our picture, what was awesome is that he was just like, okay, strike a pose and say a phrase. And I was like, hail to the king, baby. And then he turned to me and he said, that's actually really good. But yeah, it was really thrilling to finally get a chance to meet Jon St. because for multiple reasons, like I've been to several other conventions that he was a guest at, but for some reason or another, I never got a chance to meet him. But just being able to meet him, to light his eyes up so he could see something that he had actually never seen before in his treks and all of his travels, because I'm sure he's seen everything. But yeah, so big thanks to Classic Game Fest first for making that happen. Can't wait for next year. And also big thanks to Jon St. This is actually going right up with Mega Man The Wily Wars as a huge piece of my Sega collection that I am super proud to own. Thank you, Jon St. Thanks, Big the Cat. Really appreciate it. So the next gaming item that I'm going to talk about is something that elicits a unique sort of response among the Sega community. It is a game that is super rare and is actually really hard to get, but not only that, it's one that now has become quite infamous in the community, and it's one that the more and more that I peel into it, the more intrigued I am, and the more special it is holding into my heart, and that is Paprium. Oh, excuse me, Paprium! As the game illicitly says. For those of you that are not familiar with this game was actually done by Watermelon Games. It was released in December of 2020. After many years of it being in development, lots of controversy behind it, I'm actually not the person to completely go into the controversy. I would highly recommend when you get a moment, watch DJ Slope, aka Slope's Game Room. Watch his Kicks Gamers documentary on this. Or Stika, either one of their documentaries on Paprium. I'll leave a link to both of them in the description. They're both excellent YouTubers. But, so I've always been kind of curious about Paprium, like ever since the very beginning, because I was a fan of Watermelon games. I really liked Pure Solar, which is an excellent RPG. That was actually one of the big ones that really got their start before they delved into publishing other games and whatnot, and eventually making Paprium. I was always kind of on the water of what was happening in the development of this game. I wasn't always paying attention to it until right before it was about to be released, but I'd always been curious about whether or not I wanted to get into Paprium. I wasn't part of the early backings and whatnot. I wasn't part of that. So when I started talking about it online, my buddy Retro Megabit on Instagram, he messaged me and he was like, "Hey G, I have an extra copy of Paprium. Would you be interested?" And I said, "Actually, yeah. I mean, considering how tough this game is to get, some people, as of this recording, some people still haven't gotten their back copies of this game yet. And I apologize about that. I hope you get your copies. But the thing is that we talked for a little while, and Retro Megabit, awesome person on Instagram. I'll leave a link to him in the description as well. Awesome person on Instagram. We've made trades before. He's how I got my Retro Electro scale model for the Mega Drive. He's how I got my FX Unit Yuki for the Mega Drive. By the way, Saramaru. Awesome, thank you. So I actually had a Mega Drive copy, a first print run copy of Mega Drive for Pure Solar. And I was like, well, I have it for Dreamcast now, so I don't really need it. And he's like, well, that's what I'm looking for. I'd be willing to trade. So why not, right? We did the trade and we made it happen. And I'm just like, wow. It's kind of a strange feeling, really, like actually owning this game. Just a strange feeling that this game actually exists, like to a degree. Now, I have streamed it a couple of times on my Twitch channel. I do plan on making a YouTube video about it very, very soon. So far, my impressions are very, very high on it. It's a lot of fun. I love the fact that it actually has multiple branching paths. The graphics are great. The music is outstanding. Now, I understand Fonzie Gonna Fonzie, the main person behind it. I completely understand. He has his idiosyncrasies, and I get it. And I completely get like the animosity that people are having towards this game right now. I totally get it. I don't want to stir that pot. But I just basically want to say that with this game, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I can't wait to delve even more into it. So, huge thanks to Watermelon for finally making this game happen. Hopefully, we'll get into the hands of more people pretty soon. Big thanks to Retro Megabit for making this a very, very, very proud piece of my collection. So look forward to more streams on it, YouTube video on this very, very soon. I can't wait to dig even deeper into this awesome beat 'em up. So thank you all for that. So the final Sega-focused piece we're going to talk about today is something that is awesome and amazing, and I still can't believe that I managed to get this into my collection. So you all know how much I love the Sega Genesis Mini. I've already gone on huge length about how much I love the system. I did an entire video reviewing it, and I also did a tier list on all the games that are inside. If you haven't gotten a chance to check it out yet, I'm going to post it right up there in that little eye link in the corner there. Be sure to check it out when you get a chance. But today, it's not about the Sega Genesis Mini. I mean, is it an item that I'm proud to own? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely is an item that I'm proud to own. But the key thing that I'm going to talk about today is something else that I won because of the Genesis Mini. So Christmas Eve 2019, you know, the Genesis Mini was already out and it's doing amazingly, right? Now, I was going through Twitter randomly, and I was just like, you know, just kind of minding my own business, and I get a message from a good buddy, my buddy Bruno. I actually got a good message from him, and he's like, "Hey G, have you seen this?" And he sent me a link to Classic Gaming Core Release Twitter. If you're not familiar with CGQ, he's an awesome retro YouTuber. Definitely go check him out when you get a chance as well. But that year, he was doing a contest to where it's like, hey, watch this video, follow the rules of this contest, and you have a chance to win a very special prize. The contest was that, hey, listen to all of these Genesis songs. If you can name where each one of these songs came from, you would actually get a very special prize. Now, I was listening to each one of those songs, and I was just like, I am not exactly sure what some of these are. Some of them like really, really stumped me. Like there was one for Truxton, there was one for Echo. Like there are several different ones that I was really stumped on. I know one in particular was the closing credits theme for Golden Axe. That was the one that I was really, really stuck on. But I was sitting there in front of my Genesis wall, like facing the wall, trying to guess like, okay, what are these games? Just really, really thinking what it is. And then when I finally figured it out, because the cutoff date was at 11:59 p.m. Christmas Eve. And I got it literally within minutes to spare to basically get it in. And I was just like, okay, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. I hope I get it. And sure enough, I got an email back from CGQ saying, hey, congratulations, you've won. I'm going to ship it to you. What did I win? On the Sega Genesis Mini Tower of Power, y'all. So for those of y'all that don't know, the Tower Mini Power, or I guess quote unquote the Sega Genesis Tower Mini, that's the official name of it. We just call it the Tower of Power. We've always called it that. So just the sheer fact that I was able to win this from CGQ is a huge, huge honor. I've actually been a fan of his work for a long time. So A, being able to get chances to notice by him, and then B, getting a chance to win this is freaking awesome. So, I mean, we're definitely gonna, let's not waste any more time. Let's open it up and we're gonna show off the goodies here. So what's cool about this is that it actually comes with each of these individual pieces. So you've got the Sega CD, you've got the 32X, and you actually have replica carts of Sonic and Knuckles and the original Sonic the Hedgehog. That's cool, right? But what's the purpose of having this all in a box really to show off? Let's put it on the Tower of Power and see exactly how it all looks. Okay, so here's the Genesis Mini. Ooh yeah, so what's cool about the Genesis Mini is that it has the little portion on the side that you can just pop off. You just pop that portion off on the side. Connect it to the Tower of Power. Ooh yeah. Fits nice and snug in its place. There's the 32X attachment. You get the 32X in there. And of course you gotta go all the way. You can't just put Sonic in there, you gotta go all the way. So there's Sonic and Knuckles, and then there's Sonic itself. Get that in there and booyah. Perfect. So take a look at that, y'all. Isn't that awesome? It's absolutely adorable. And, between all the different micro consoles, which, I've got an entire video about, all the different micro consoles and kind of ranking them and putting them in position with each other. So I still have a lot more to say about the Genesis Mini. But again, just being able to finally have the true, Tower of Power, this is just awesome and amazing. It's a wonderful piece to have on my shelf. But you want to know what's even funnier about that? Right before I actually won this from there, I didn't even know, because guess what I got for Christmas that year? So I guess this is item number 3.5. My wife actually got me the Japanese Tower of Power. I felt a little bad because I was like, I know she went out of her way to get this, and then I won the Genesis version. But to make matters even better, now I also have the Japanese Mega Drive Mini as well. So it all matches, right? It all just kind of comes together, and it all worked out perfectly. But yeah, the Genesis Mini and the Genesis Tower of Power. What a combination, right? So once again, it's this is something that now just holds a very, very special place in my heart. Thank you, CGQ. Huge thank you for letting me be a part of this contest and putting this into my collection. It's definitely an item I'm proud to own, and it's one that I will cherish for as long as I'm a Sega fan, which is pretty much going to be forever. So yeah, thank you once again for that. So yeah, those are 3 more gaming items in my collection that I am super proud to own, and I want to thank everybody involved that helped them become a part of my gaming life. But I gotta know, what about your gaming life? What are some of the most sentimental and prized pieces in your collection? What are your thoughts about Duke Nukem 3D Mega Drive? What about Paprium or even the Genesis Mini? Talk to me in the comments and let me know, because I would love to hear all of them. As always, I love hearing from you. You can always talk to me on social media as well, at Twitter and Instagram at G2TheNextLevel. I also now have a Discord server, in which if you would like to be a part of that, let me know. I'll send you a link. I now stream 4 to 5 days a week on Twitch, twitch.tv/G2TheNextLevel for both retro and modern games that I stream. And if you want to be super awesome and help the channel out, especially since now I am currently doing this full time, you can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/G2TheNextLevel. Get yourself some bonus perks and help the channel out. I highly appreciate it. But as always, be you and be awesome. I'm G, and I'll see you on the next level.